Shows and thrills from left to right. Join the journey through the shiny match day. The day got here with Carlos and the band. Quest and airdrops cheer in this magic land. From dawn to dawn, adventures keep us strong. With every step we take, together we belong. From dawn to dawn, adventures keep us strong. With every step we take, together we belong. From dawn to dawn, adventures keep us strong. With every step we take, together we belong.
This is for a friend of mine.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Running operations with precision and care. Marshalling the army's rallying crew. With a hop and a leap as the world to subdue. The realms march forward in constant progression. Unifying order under his direction. Marshalling the army's rallying crew. With a hop and a leap as the world to subdue. The realms march forward in constant progression. Unifying order under his direction. Oh, rapid king, command the stars with the flick of your ring. Oh, everywhere, conquer the universe with a regal stare.
Okay, Carlos is in the house, so we're about to begin. Just give me a few seconds.
Freaky, is this what you do when you're not generating images?
Pretty much.
Nice lyrics, brother.
Listen to the next one. Listen to this one. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Listen to this one.
It's making me want to sing.
Deep in the cosmos, create a feeling.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly, Carlos.
We can hear you, Metican.
Hey, that's the voice of the video.
Hey, I don't want to steal your thunder, Carlos, but well, let's take a second to honor.
Okay.
Let's take a second just to honor the Zeke man.
Where's Zeke? Zeke, where you at, man? Oh, I see him.
Yeah, get Zeke up on stage here. Zeke, where are you at? Come here.
Let's get him up. Come up. Okay, but let me do the official kickoff of this thing.
This DEGA event is about to start.
Do the official.
Immediately after you do the kickoff. So do the kickoff, and then I'll say something.
Okay, perfect.
This DEGA event is about to start. Get your drink, turn on your headphones, grab pen and paper, sit back and relax. But more importantly, share this shit.
Yes. Yes.
So what I need to say is, I didn't check the agenda for today. So do not say what's next, Carlos. Y'all gotta tell me what's next. I know everything that's going on, but I don't know what the agenda is. So y'all
when TGE, Carlos, when TGE.
That's the only valid question I'll accept today, by the way, right? If anybody asks, everything has to be framed as a 1TG question. Yeah. Otherwise, it will not be answered.
Don't worry about it, Carlos. This will flow perfectly. Well, anyways, so Zeke has been working behind the scenes with DEGA on a very special video, and Carlos got to actually get his first look at it. What this video is the first look into the UX UI of DEGA Realms. So, you know, what's our thoughts around how we're actually going to build games in DEGA Realms? And Zeke took the lead to do the video. And I told Carlos all along, as like from the first video I saw Zeke do, I'm like, this guy is good at this shit. He's really, really good at this. So I just wanted to take a second, Zeke, and say thank you very, very much for creating a quality piece of content, which will be hitting the internet on Saturday.
Saturday?
You are very
Okay.
welcome. To say I took the lead on it would be a language. I would say I followed Freak's lead, and he's been a great coach.
So how'd it come out so good then?
Your audio is low.
I had a little bit to do with it, but I had lots of help. So I appreciate the help and the encouragement. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I look forward to doing more of them. So
Yeah, no, we're definitely going to be tapping you. We want to bring attention to, you know, the quality content creators in our ecosystem, and that basically showcase that you are one of them, brother. So if you're not following Zeke, follow Zeke on Twitter, follow Zeke's channels, follow whatever Zeke is doing, because I was super impressed with the work that he had done. And all the little how-to videos that he does.
that's enough because I want to be able to get my head out of this door here that I got to walk out of.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll take you down later.
I appreciate it. You build people up to tear them down, right? I get it.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so
I appreciate it.
okay, so now Zeke, it was all on you. Thank you. It's an amazing video. You're all gonna get to see it. But right now, we're streaming live in Discord. We're in Discord. So if you want to ask questions and you're in Twitter or in YouTube, come to our Discord. You know, the discord.gg/DEGA. God, my God. Discord.gg/DEGA. That's it. And come here, visit us, and be part of the questions, be part of the answer. But remember,
You know what to do. Share,
everyone in here.
share, and share.
Okay, so share this shit and bring everyone here. Today is a very important event. So Carlos, it's all yours. And
No, I said don't throw it. I don't know anything. I don't know what the agenda is. Y'all gotta tell. You need to ask
Mecca,
questions,
will you please?
and I will
The
answer
agen-
the question. But don't tell me to take it away.
it's a hidden agenda.
Mecca, will you please step in and do your magic?
Yeah, for sure. The first thing, and I understand everything has to be asked in a one TGE type of tone. So let's see. I don't know how to do this, but it's related to the fact that TGE is coming soon. Is that the reasoning for this? All these AMAs that you're having? I see, Carlos, that you're all around the crypto space, jumping in different communities, doing AMAs. Do you have anything to say about that? How or like why is this important for us now, especially?
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, you guys know it's we go into TGE. We got to make sure that everybody's aware of it. Social media is like the ocean, and making a post is like spitting on the ocean. So you really got to put a lot of spit into it to make a difference. So we got to get out there. We got to make sure that people are aware that DEGA token generation event is coming up. And but additionally to that, in general, you know, it's something that as a CEO, I'll be doing a little bit more of going forward. You know, DEGA is not just one project. We have a lot of things going on. All of you who have supported us for a few months now, maybe some of you even up to a year when we started the ISPO, you know that we're nonstop working, right? But you know, if you have the coolest thing ever and you keep it in your garage, then it'll never become something great. It'll always be cool, but it won't be great. So you need to get it out there, and that's going to be one of my, let's say, key priorities going forward. We already have way more to say than I dare say, not 99%. I think that that was from the start. I would say 99.999% of the projects out there are less interesting than DEGA. So we definitely have so many things to bring to the table in terms of value proposition, and we got to make sure that we communicate that so that the right people can join us and support us in our vision.
Thanks a lot. Great answer. So we had Venus recently. Can you say something about the upcoming AMAs or upcoming communities that we will be collaborating with? Do you want to mention some of them?
Sure. TGE, you gotta say, if a company doing TGE is doing collaborations, well, why would those collaborations be taking place? Well, right now, yeah, Venus we did the AMA today. Everybody here, y'all gotta know, working with Venus, it's like one of the top brands in the space, right? And actually, they're very humble for their capabilities and their achievements. Okay, so they have the GDP of a small nation in their total value locked, right? It's $2 billion. There's countries that make that in a year. So and they're a Binance portfolio company. They're the largest Binance portfolio company, if I'm not mistaken. But they're very chill, very relaxed. So for us, it's a true pleasure to be able to collaborate with them and grow. Then some of the other partnerships that we have going on, you've seen a few. Some of them are related directly with TGE, such as Coinecta, for example. We announced that one yesterday. There's a few more launchpads coming up. There's going to be 4 in total, although one of them is technically not a launchpad. It's a bonding system. Point is that it's a project or a platform that supports us in our launch, right? So those are one type of partnership. The other one is gaming, right? Like obviously we want to connect with other companies and projects that are pushing forward the space, right? We don't want to build everything, and we can't, quite honestly, right? There's too many things to build. So we got to work with, for example, gaming. We already released that one. Those guys are cool. Their community is large. They actually tested the Dega Survivors game already. Funny enough, we were responsible for them missing their following meetings because they were so hooked on the game that they literally forgot that they had other calls after hours. But it was actually an enjoyable situation. We have some recordings of that. We'll share them later on. And then there's obviously projects like Saga, Ancient Eight, and so on, which are somewhat gaming, somewhat infrastructure. But everybody needs to have Dega within their ecosystem because we're the ones that are tackling lowering the barriers to access to the technology, right? We're about democratization of creativity, right? And access to capital. So all these projects are very excited, very happy to work with us. There's 2 massive brands, which I would love to name drop, but I can't just because I signed an NDA. So until we do the public product release, we can't talk about them. But they're some of the largest brands in the Web3 gaming space. Like if you go to CoinMarketCap and look Web3 gaming tokens, they are on the top 10 there. So we'll have the day in which we announce those partnerships, and they're close partnerships. They're not just doing quests and stuff like that. That we love to do that, right? We like to make sure that you guys are having fun every day, but they're real technological product integration. So looking forward to be able to share that with you guys. But in the next 2 weeks, you'll see so many published relationships that we're doing with our partners that you won't get bored. Cardano Dex is going to be BiFi, right? Some of you who have been with us from the start, y'all remember we did some spaces with BiFi at the start. We love them. Steve is a great guy. He's super friendly. He's very intelligent, I have to say. Probably one of the most intelligent and capable CEOs in the space. You think that's the norm? It's not. But Steve is wonderful. So yeah, looking forward to releasing on BiFi. We're not opposed to being on other DEXs. I mean, that's the whole point of a DEX, right? That it's open, that it's public. But the ones that we will be channeling our effort through in Cardano will be BiFi, right?
Okay, thanks. So the next item in the agenda, again, as TGE, right? I'll ask it this one to Freak and Zeke, maybe Rabbit. Guys, since TGE is coming, we have all these different communities. What can the community, the DEGA community, do to support and help there? Rick, Rabbit,
That's a
Zeke?
question for you, Richie. You just
Yeah, I
asked
know, but
yourself a question.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm the one hosting today, so I know that I know the
Oh,
answers.
okay. Well,
I'm kidding.
I will. I can't.
That was a
Listen,
trick.
whenever you see, and this goes for ambassadors, this goes for our community members, whenever you see a space or whenever you see an announcement come up around a new partner, go join their community and just introduce yourself as somebody who can answer questions about DEGA. That is the number one thing you can do. If we're sharing a quest with that community, bring up the quest. If we're in a space, if we're in an X space, or we're doing something on YouTube or something like that, show up, show your support, get in there, chat in the chat option. Get in there and actually say things, because otherwise it just looks like no one's actually engaged. And the thing is, it's like people come to we have visited other communities, and we're extremely chatty. We talk a lot. You go into some of these communities, and Carlos and I actually even talk about this. You'll go into some of these communities with like 45,000 people, and it's like tumbleweeds are just like floating by. No one says a goddamn word. And it's like we go into these communities, and it's like I caution people. I'm like, we're very chatty, and we did this with Panther, and we're the ones actually carrying the conversation in some of these communities. So go into these communities, join our spaces. You'll be rewarded for it if you're in the ambassador program. If you come to these spaces, so look for information in the ambassador channel about specialized tasks that you can do around these spaces, and engage with other communities. It's like they know we're coming. We're partnered with them. Just go in there, and you don't have to shill DEGA. Just go in there and introduce yourself and show your love for this project. Show your love for DEGA.
Common sense
answer.
things, right? Obvious common sense, low ball, low effort things.
I like
that-
the mantra, get in where you fit in. So whatever you love doing, if it's content creation, great. If it's chatting, great. But we're all here to push this ball up the hill. But once we get to the top of this hill, we go down the other side. Hang on. But we need people to get on board to find it. And so everybody's a part of spreading the word.
And actually, I'm glad you're here, Zeke, because Zeke is the guy to go to when it comes to this kind of like outside community moderation stuff. He has been trying to put that together and help us drive actual operations into this exact thing. So if you have any questions, ask Zeke, ask Richie. They'll be more than happy to help you. Get geared up to get in there and talk to people.
And we also
Yeah,
have
I
some
have something-
community. Go ahead.
I have something in the works, and I presented it and haven't gotten my hand slapped, so I'm moving forward with it. I'm calling it the DEGA field trip. We're going to be going into other Discords, communicating with them, and kind of a little mini AMA tour guide. What they're about, and learn how they're integrated. So if you're deep in any of these partner communities and you're well connected there, please send me a DM, because I need people to give introductions. I'm a big connected guy, and I like to be connected. I like to connect other people and put resources in people's hands and get information out there. So if you're connected in any of these partner projects and you have an in, and hey, we want to, learn more about it. We really want to get into these communities, like it's already been stated, and go be chatty and learn about it. And then how do we educate other people about what's happening in DEGA and vice versa? And we can all kind of help teach each other to absorb the information we need to. But I do need assistance with that. So if you're well connected and you want to provide resources for being able to connect with people, fantastic. Send me a DM.
Also, I wanna do a shout out to some of our community members that are amazing helping out. So Spinkpad, Phoenix, LGBino, all those guys, John. They're great at helping out and guiding you. So feel free. They're in the conversation all the time. So, or if you know the answer, help others. So,
Yes.
okay,
Thanks a lot, guys.
Richie,
That's
Okay,
amazing.
Richie.
That's the way to go there.
one thing, funny enough. Okay, so because we're on the topic, so before I lose it, just getting some text from our friends at Venus, and they're like, guys, some of your community members are coming in and using some translator, an automated translator on other languages, and they're saying stuff like, "Hello, I'm at work from DEGA. I come in peace. Join an ambassador program." You hear me? You hear me use the word
Oh,
common
jeez.
sense, guys. What does common sense mean? Right? It means things that are obvious. So please be obviously friendly, right? Not obviously lame, right? In that sense. But I mean, their heart is in a good place, but please improve that execution. You can't just jump in. I come in peace. Join our ambassador program. Okay. Anyway, I'll let I'm probably already
Well,
got
they're laughing. They are laughing about it. Just to let you know. I mean, it's actually kind of comical. So just be careful, guys. This is if you're going to represent us, represent us.
Going to be a little more tactical in your shilling.
Zeke and Richie already muted because they're already going ape shit on the guys. Okay.
Okay, but we gotta move forward, guys. We gotta move forward. We gotta do a moment. I gotta do. Wait. I gotta do a moment like this because we gotta remind people.
DEGA sharing raid. Let's share this shit.
You know what to do, people. Share. Let everyone know we're here. Let everyone know about what we're talking. This is the TGE Edition. This is probably the most important state of DEGA that we've ever made. So let's get everyone in here. We're streaming live in Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. So if you're watching us from any of those social media, meaning YouTube and Twitter, welcome to our Discord. I'm posting. If you can see down on the screen, there's the URL for our Discord. Just visit, come in. You can ask questions. You can see the chat on the right of the screen. That's happening live on Discord. But if you want to comment or you have questions, I'm also answering some questions and chatting in the YouTube chat, and we have people on Twitter that can help you out. So sorry guys, just keep on going.
Thank you. So one of the things that actually is great to when you if and when you visit another community, one of the things that we've been doing with them, and it's great to remind anybody out there to do, is complete one of the quests that we've been doing. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that. Now that we're going to TGE and it's coming closer, Carlos, can you explain a little bit about the DEGA claims? How does that work? What's the plan there?
Yeah, happy to do so a little bit. Obviously, there'll be technical details when we publish the blog post. We'll be able to go step by step with it. But in general, you're going to have a claim button in your DEGA Realms platform, which will allow you to access all the unlocked tokens for the day, right? And different types of unlocks have different vesting schedules and so on. So just keep that in mind, right? And then you'll be able to do your unlocks on either Cardano or Ethereum, right? Those are the two networks that we're supporting for the start. We'll be allowing more later on. And it doesn't matter where you got your tokens, that you could have gotten on Meld, you could have gotten them on Polkadot. It doesn't matter. You'll be able to claim them on Ethereum or Cardano, right? Then after that, we'll keep adding more stuff, right? Like Injective, Polygon, etc. So just stay tuned for that. And then in terms of, somebody might be thinking, well, what about the ISPO? Those are not in realms and so on. We'll provide a way for you to tie in your ISPO address and to verify that it's yours with your Realms account, right? So if you have, you're using a hardware wallet or a full node for doing your staking, you'll still be able to tie that in with a Nami wallet on DEGA Realms, and then from that you'll be able to claim your tokens, right? So yeah, that's kind of how it's gonna work.
Thank you. Freak, do you want to give a word on the design? How is the process there? That is pretty interesting from my perspective.
Can you deep on the question? I'm managing like two
Yeah.
social medias, one stream, one. So I was like, you gotta
I just want
rephrase
to
it, please.
I want to understand how the design for the hero claims is being done. What's the process there when there's a new community that wants to? Now that we're going closer to TGE and a new community comes by and says, "Hey, this is a great effort. I would like my own character on DEGA Survivors and well on DEGA Realms actually." So how is the process when you create one of these new characters, or when the design team goes and create a new character and all that?
Oh, it's actually it's the input from the brand. So it's understanding what they mean, regarding values and brand assets and like their visuals, their colors, and where they're going through or what they do. So, for example, if they're like a brand themed in space and they're talking about, I don't know, exploding the technology, taken to another level, that kind of translate into like an astronaut explorer, a futuristic look. So Denise, who's designing that, he's awesome and in pixel art and game design. He works on those characters based on those inputs. Once the character is approved by the Metacon, we move on to design the NFTs, and the NFTs and the pieces we created, we're kind of like doing how do you call the right way, Rabbit, when we say it's a love letter to the first video games ever created. And so we created this whole visual of, I don't know, it's early 90s pixel art video game boxes that Nintendo was doing and they were doing. So we created this whole
90s.
visual for them.
It was like mid 80s.
Yeah,
So if
like
you've
the
seen
Yeah,
like
NFT.
even early. Yeah, even earlier. Yeah.
It looks like something that it looks like a cassette that you want to like push somewhere and play.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we went for. So the graphics are pretty cool. It's a retro look that makes it unique, and that's connected. I think the challenge there was to create a frame that would allow us to have the DEGA, the DEGA brand position, but also mix any partnership, anyone that comes on board and plug it and make it unique. So I think we did it. We accomplished that, and I love the NFTs. I want to have them all. I want to have all the heroes in my collection. So I hope I can do it. I hope I can pull it off. But yeah, it's been a great design process, as everything in DEGA, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think you
indeed.
did a great job there. Sorry, Carlos. Go ahead.
No, yes, indeed. It's been great. It's been fast. It's been easy. Freak didn't like pixel art, by the way, right? So that's it's been a
Ah,
process of acceptance for him. He didn't like pixel art at the start, but I was like, we need speed, we need low hardware requirements, and all of that. Was easy to do with pixel art, and because we're standing on decades of work, right?
now I have brushes for pixel art, and I'm doing like hand drawn pixel art. By the way, so yeah, you open my mind, you open my heart, and you open my set of styles to a new world, and I'm enjoying it. By the way, it's really hard to do pixel art, to convey all that you need to communicate and show with just a few pixels is it's a bigger challenge. It's way easier if you're going 3D, if you're going with another style. You have more information where you can
It's
code
way
things
easier
in.
to take longer. It's way easier to take longer.
Yeah, and yeah, and that. But pixel art is really challenging. But I think Denise and Joanne, who's the other designing working on this, are doing a great, great, great job. and you can see like the ninjas and the degens and all and the astronauts with just 32 pixels. So it's amazing. It's incredible, actually.
Yeah,
I don't
great
think
design.
I don't think we've done so much emphasis on the fact that now we have as part of our product team James Kucera, and James was part of the Pac-Man project, right? So one of the OG legends, right, is working with DEGA right now.
Oh yeah, he's a
Yeah,
master.
yeah. Yeah, it's good for people to know because I think a lot of people are not aware of that. So thanks for sharing that. So
Yep.
next, I will move into another topic more closer to actually TGE, and you let me know what type of things we can share, and of course there's some that we cannot share, but let's see. So the next section is what will happen to DEGA during TGE. So let's start with how would you explain from a high level, Carlos, what is going to happen TGE like day? How does it look from of course not going into technical details.
Well, we're doing a massive announcement with our centralized exchange the day before, right? And that'll be, everybody, all hands on deck, everybody on top of this, answering questions. We'll get new people into our community. We'll be able to, there's always things happening, right? So the day, TGE day, everybody has to be on their top game, right? And I don't mean just to take a team. Everybody listening to this, y'all gotta be on your top game. Make sure that you have all your answers, questions. Don't contribute to the chaos at the very least, right? Don't jump in there. Make sure your questions are answered before TG, right? And then support the new people, right? Because most of you guys here, you're familiar with elements, you're familiar with the ISPO, you're familiar with a whole bunch of stuff. So try to help out the new people coming in. How do they get an elements? How do they claim that? Because we'll publish a blog post about that, so y'all better read it before TGE date. And then tell them what that is about, why you believe in the project, and help them out, right? So that's how I expect it to go. Quite honestly, I haven't seen my calendar. I hope nobody's booked stuff for me that day. I actually gotta go and block it. And what we should probably do, like a watch party, right? Something like a stream. I don't know. I'm open to it.
Okay, good. And now that you mentioned ISPO, for people participating in the ISPO, how will it take place? Like they then TGE, then they get access to the rewards, and the ISPO keeps on going. Can you elaborate a little bit on uh, that part of it?
Yeah. I mean, I know the concept of ISPO in Cardano doesn't usually mean that you go across TGE, but literally everywhere else, if you have staking, there's no reason the staking can't be sustained over TGE, right? Just to give you guys an example, Curve Finance, one of the most used DeFi protocols ever, um, they actually had staking until they did their TGE, right? So they did staking with their own asset, and then they would yield as rewards their own asset based on voting systems and gauges and where would you put your liquidity and so on. So point is that there's nothing wrong with it. Actually, in any case, you guys would be getting a fixed rate reward over the speculatory aspect of the market. So if DEGA goes up on DEXs and you're staking with your ISPO at a lower um, strike price, you'll be able to get more DEGA at a lower price, essentially, right? So if anything, the TG would make the ISPO more um, financially sound for you stakers, and then we're the way that what we're going to have going on there is going to be on 3 markets. So it's going to be one centralized exchange, it's going to be on Uniswap on Ethereum, and it's going to be on BiFi on Cardano. As time goes by, we'll probably add a few more dexes, right, and more blockchains, but that's what you can look forward to for TG. Oh, and staking will be enabled on TGE day, right? Like that day you'll be able to stake both on Cardano or on Ethereum, right? Wherever you choose, you'll be able to stake.
That means stake your DEGA. Staking of DEGA is coming out on TGE.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, before I miss this one, because this one's actually important, right? Like I don't know, we haven't published a blog post. That's why we haven't talked about it. But I mentioned it the other day as an alpha, and we'll be essentially taking 2 snapshots. One will be on the 24th for everybody that's holding elements for doing airdrops. We have 4 partner airdrops coming up. So they're going to be on phases, right? There's going to be phase 1, phase 2. Phase 1 is going to be based on this snapshot. So you guys got to hold as many elements as you can before TGE, which is the 24th. And then we're going to take another snapshot of everybody's staking DEGA 3 days after TGE, right? So if you missed it, you missed it. Tough luck. I don't want nobody complaining, right? Because I'm giving you enough warning. So, and we're going to publish it as a blog post. But
Yeah, that's going to publish tomorrow. So
yeah,
everybody watch for that.
And just to give you guys a hint of some of the airdrops that are coming, just so we don't leave it that vague. One of them is DGen Titans. You guys know them. They're a partner on the Ordinals protocol. We're connecting with other communities through them on that side of things. We're providing a survivor game for them as well. And then there's also actually the DGens, which is an AI powered framework for working on blockchains. That's the one that we're doing with Venus Protocol. That one will also give you an airdrop for that one. And then there's another one, which is Infinity Gaming. They're one of the largest esports companies in Latin America. We'll be doing an announcement next week in terms of what we'll work on together. And they will also be doing an airdrop for Elements holders on whoever's holding it on the 24th and the stakers after TGE. So make sure to get on point, guys, because it really isn't. It doesn't get easier than that in that sense.
Thanks a lot for that info. So my next question is actually if you have something to share to element holders, but I think you just answered that, right? Is there anything else that element holders need to be aware of, or basically the snapshot thing?
No, Elements, the fun for Elements isn't stopping. We're going to continue to give you guys benefits, of course. Now that DEGA staking is going to go live, we're going to do a lot of fun gamification with that. There's a gamified DEX trading out. On top of existing DEXs, to be clear, we're not making the DEX. I don't want anybody getting confused. But on top of existing DEXs, we're building out gamification. That's going to be out probably a week, maybe 2 after TGE tops. So look forward to that. There'll be an opportunity for you to get more DEGA and also these other project tokens that we're bringing on to the industry. So let me see what else elements. No, essentially, you're part of the club. Just hold your elements because you're part of the DECA club with that, and we'll always take care of you.
Thank you. And then in the same line, for everybody who have received bonuses from different reasons, then after TGE, they will have access to that? Or how do that work?
Yeah, it's all the same thing, right? The ISPO, it's all one balance, right? So it'll unlock with the same vesting that we publish in our blogs. So I think for the ISPO it was like 10% unlock at the start and then 8 months vesting, if I'm not mistaken, which is in the white paper, by the way, in the community section. So yeah, all your bonuses will have that same unlock and vesting.
Nice. Thank you for that. So moving on to the next section, you already mentioned a little bit about that, but I think it's quite interesting. The exchanges side for TGE and for DEGA the token. So you mentioned some of the DEXs that will be participating. Do you want to mention some more or go a little bit into detail of the centralized exchanges that DEGA is going to be working with?
I do want to, but I can't talk about the centralized exchanges just because it's in the contract. It literally says there you can't talk about it until we've published it together. So y'all know which centralized exchange we're listing on literally the day before, right? That's by their choice and their design, and something can't be argued with. And just for anybody to know, it's one of the top 15 exchanges, right? So you go to CoinMarketCap, look at the top 15, one of those. And then there's the DEXA side of things, and then obviously on EVM world, everything is happening in Uniswap. There's a few others, to be fair, but Uniswap is just like by far the king on EVM world. And then in Cardano, our friends at BiFi, who we've been partnered with and collaborating for about a year now. They're a great team, very intelligent, very quick to reply, very capable in terms of their technology development. So that's where we'll be in Cardano. Again, not opposed to being on other dexes. We'll most likely will be having other conversations later on, but these are like the three that we will be initiating token generation event with.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so instead of trying to pull that trick out like last time, I'm not going to ask a question that is supposed to be for myself. So I'm going to ask it to myself, and then if somebody wants to contribute, you're welcome to do that. You're free to do that. So now that TG is coming, is there a way that people hearing can support in getting DEGA token in more dexes or centralized exchanges? Well, yeah, the answer is come to our Discord, DEGA, discord.gg/DEGA, and you can join the ambassador program. Actually, there's a role for hunters, for people that are well connected and can bring new collaborations like DEXs and centralized exchanges to the project. So come and join, and of course you will get some reward for getting actual connections and collaborations to us. I don't know if somebody wants to share more on that.
The only thing I want to share is don't jump in there and say, I come in peace, join our ambassador program. Right. That's the only thing I'll say.
Yes, Cole.
Yeah, for everybody
Yeah.
to know the context, the reason they're doing that is because Richie gave them that as an example, but they took it literally. So that's the issue right there.
Yeah, there's a thing that called quotes, and I share that as an example. Like, hey, like let's tell ambassadors to join and say something like this, um, but that backfired.
Richie,
So, but
literally.
yeah,
just I
Exact specifications. You must give exact specifications.
just so you know, I come in peace also, but we gotta
DEGA sharing raid. Let's share this shit.
share this shit. You know how it is. Go down. If you're on Twitter, just share the space. If you're in YouTube, you can share the space everywhere. Come to our Discord. Our URL is on the screen right now. And if you're asking when TGE, the answer is also there.
thank you. Okay, so moving on. Then I would say the next section now is what's next for DEGA after TGE. Do you have any future plans or something that you're looking into, Carlos, that you want to share?
We're gonna call it the Moon Plan, right? The Dega Moon Plan. Not just kidding, guys. So on our side, we're gonna keep doing more of what we're already doing, more integrations on different platforms, onboarding more brands and more communities to our games, growing on that side of things, supporting some of our partners that want to be now Web3, like I mentioned, Infinity Gaming, supporting our friends at DGen Titans and many other games that want to grow and build within the Dega ecosystem. So that'll be our key focus. So y'all also will get first dibs on a whole bunch of new gaming projects. I asked this yesterday on the Elements channel if y'all wanted to bring back the good old days of the benedictions. Some were like, yeah, let's do it. Others were like, no, I want, I want that to be in the past because it was exclusive for us. to be clear, it won't be for the DEGA token, right? It'll be for new projects, right? So if y'all want to enjoy again the fun times of the benediction, get early access to projects, you will be able to do so, but it'll be new projects, right? It won't be DEGA. And then after that, obviously on the token side of things, as we were saying, take it, bridge it to more ecosystems, connect it to more dexes, and add more utilities to it within the games. We got factories coming up, we got smart glasses sale coming up, so DEGA is nonstop producing in terms of technology.
We have so much stuff that we want to do and so many people that we're already working with. It's like we've got enough to keep you guys all occupied very, very well, a very, very long time after TGE. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Carlos and I meet every Friday and we're like, well, is this going to be, do you think we can sneak this in before TGE? And it's like, the amount of work that we do here, it's like trying to push an elephant through a keyhole. It's just like it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is waiting for you on the other side of TGE, and more fun because I mean there's even more things that we're going to be able to do post TGE because we'll have a live token. So get ready for even more things that we're going to be able to be doing with our token as well.
Beautiful.
Thank you. So after that, I would like to open for questions from the community. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to share them here in the chat. And in the meantime, I don't know if there's anything that the other speakers here want to share.
I do have a question, Carlos. When TGE?
Soon.
Trademark. Soon. Trademark.
Hey, does that coin exist? Let's check it out. We can make the Soon game with the Soon coin. Let me see. Yes, it does. Yes, yeah. In there, it's even gaming. It's Soonverse. That does not roll off the tongue. All right, we gotta find another name for our games.
We just have to keep on talking. Ideas will flow.
So there's a question here from El Givino. Will the exchange support Cardano, DEGA, and Ethereum, or just one?
Exchanges usually like to go with simplicity, so they usually are ERC20 based, right? But through one chain, which is our partnered bridge, in one of the best platforms out there, you'll be able to swap that out very easily, right? Also from our claims platform, you'll be able to claim directly wherever you want, right? So for example, if you say, well, today I want to claim on Cardano because I want to go to BiFi, I want to stake there, I want to get all the benefits that BiFi is doing with DEGA, then you can make your claim in Cardano, right? And then another day you say, well, if that day you woke up with paper hands and you want to sell some DEGA, then you can just do the claim on the EVM side of things, and then take it to either Uniswap or take it to the centralized exchange. I know nobody here will be doing that, right? Right? Because you ain't paper hands,
No,
right, guys?
no,
You're diamond hands.
No, stake your DEGA. The conversation I did have with ViFi this morning about in particular WanChain. I don't know if anyone on this call knows, but they're also partnered with WanChain, so it's like it's going to be very, very easy to pass things all over the place if you're going to be going and buying off of ViFi. So plus ViFi's got all kinds of cool AI tools that actually help you quite a bit with everything that you do. So you'll see us getting a lot closer with projects like ViFi. We got them early, but now they're I think they're like in the top 3 still over there in the Cardano ecosystem. So look for more coming from ViFi.
Yeah, we're gonna use all their products and services, I think. So looking forward to working with them.
That sounds great. So there's another question. Let me see. Coming from Team Fat Bunny. If the DEGA coming with elements is also going to be phased out during TGE.
The what? Sorry.
The DEGA that comes with the elements.
Yeah, they're all part of the community distribution, right? So if you go to the white paper and you see community, that's what they're coming from. So that's the schedule that they'll have.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. So, any more questions? I think that's everything for now. So, if you guys want to give some final words, some final thoughts before we close this, go ahead.
Well, on my side, just a true pleasure to be here, guys. It's an exciting month. We're gearing up to our token generation event, but that is just one more milestone for us. We got a lot of stuff coming up after that. DEGA, everything will be revolving around DEGA token and the elements, of course, and they'll each get their respective benefits. Both of them will qualify you for airdrops. So the more airdrops you want from the gaming ecosystem, then you should go with both elements and DEGA tokens, right? On our side, we're very proud of you as a community. We're very happy to see how we've grown so far and all the support and great people that have joined us so far. They're always there in the chat. You can see them even right now. Pink Flag Bunny, Corda. Oh, you guys have been great. And Roland as well. He's been supporting us for a year now. Cuff, also a great guy in our community. He's been with us from the start. So, guys, thank you very much. We look forward to growing more. Go out there and bring your friends to the DEGA ecosystem. I know y'all are hanging out in them DGen trading chats, so push DEGA when we do our TGE. Make sure that everybody out there is aware of it. We really can't do this without you. So make sure that we make this release a banger of a release.
Yeah, well said. Rabbit, some thoughts from your side?
Everybody just please remember to get outside, touch grass, take a break if you need to. This is going to be crazy for us for the next for the next like probably 4 weeks. So if you get a chance to rest, and that includes people in the community, please do. You don't do as well when you're tired. You make mistakes. You you can't handle emotional things as well. There's just so many things when you're tired that they can come and bite you. So just rest if you can. Find a time to even take a nap if you're if you're feeling tired. Other than that, I have to echo what Carlos said. You guys know me. It's like I am a huge community guy. I spend a lot of time with you guys. I try to spend as much time as I can with everybody in the community. I drop in from time to time, and I really enjoy chatting with every single one of you. So reach out to me anytime. If I'm too busy, just wait. I will get back to you. But I hope to get back to a more rabbit in the chats a lot more. I miss you all.
We'll miss you, bro. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And as you know, I always close with a new song. Actually, I had like 4 new songs for today. Been working on those. I have one for Carlos, for the Rabbit, for Mecha Richie. I got the Freaky Zeke song. But today we're playing State of DEGA. So okay. Glad to see you. Happy to see you all. Thank you, Carlos, Rabbit, Zeke, Mecha Richie, for this amazing event. I had a lot of fun. Thank you all in the community. Love to see you. Love to share with you. Love to answer the questions. Some of them weren't answered. Are they still hanging? But we'll see you in the general chat, in the suggestion question channel. Also, ask your questions so they don't get lost. And thank you. This is State of DEGA.
State of DEGA, here we stand. Excited crowds awaited grand. Our first news, everything brand new. It's the O2 elements, yeah, we got the view. State of DEGA here, with Carlos and the band. Quests and airdrops cheer in this magic land.